We keep missing the moment. Close enough, never close. Every time I turn toward you, you're already letting go. Your coffee's getting cold again. The street is filling up with rain. You say something I almost catch, then traffic takes the words away. We walk beneath the same old signs, half a step out of time. Nothing broke, nothing changed. Still I can't quite reach your side. Maybe we were never far. Maybe we just moved too late. We keep missing the moment. Close enough, never close. Every time I turn towards you, you're already letting go. No goodbye, no ending. Nothing we can point to. Just a little space between us, getting harder to move through. Your name still lights up my phone. I leave it there a little while. By the time I find the words, the moment's already gone. I know the way you take your tea. You know which songs I always skip. Funny how we know so much and still don't know what this is. Maybe we were never far. Maybe we just moved too late. We keep missing the moment. Close enough, never close. Every time I turn towards you, you're already letting go. No goodbye, no ending. Nothing we can point to. Just a little space between us, getting harder to move through. If I had called 1 minute sooner, if you'd stayed 1 minute more, would we still be standing here on different sides of the same door? We keep missing the moment. Close enough, never close. Every time I turn toward you, you're already letting go. No goodbye, no ending. Maybe that's the hardest truth. We were always almost there, just never there at the same time. Almost there, almost you and me, just never at the same time. We keep missing the moment. Close enough, never close. Every time I turn toward you, you're already letting go. Your coffee's getting cold again. The street is filling up with rain. You say something I almost catch, then traffic takes the words away. We walk beneath the same old signs, half a step out of time. Nothing broke, nothing changed. Still I can't quite reach your side. Maybe we were never far. Maybe we just moved too late. We keep missing the moment. Close enough, never close. Every time I turn towards you, you're already letting go. No goodbye, no ending. Nothing we can point to. Just a little space between us, getting harder to move through. Your name still lights up my phone. I leave it there a little while. By the time I find the words, the moment's already gone. I know the way you take your tea. You know which songs I always skip. Funny how we know so much and still don't know what this is. Maybe we were never far. maybe we just moved too late. We keep missing the moment, close enough, never close. Every time I turn towards you, you're already letting go. No goodbye, no ending, nothing we can point to. Just a little space between us, getting harder to move through. If I had called 1 minute sooner, if you'd stayed 1 minute more, would we still be standing here on different sides of the same door? We keep missing the moment, close enough, never close. Every time I turn toward you, you're already letting go. No goodbye, no ending, maybe that's the hardest truth. We were always almost there, just never there at the same time. Almost there, almost you and me, just never at the same time. A single tangled strand of dark hair clings to the coarse gray wool of a winter scarf. No spoken breath breaks the freezing kitchen chill, just the dull, relentless ticking of a broken clock. The raw acidic sting of that final midnight roll leaves a thick layer of dust over the dry counter. Every silent second triggers a flesh-deep burn, standing exposed in the absolute quiet of the flat. The cold, thick air inside the narrow kitchen space makes it a physical fight to draw a single breath, slowly dissolving the remaining shape of the past, collapsing down into an unyielding, bottomless, dark void. Bitter thread biting the bare frozen timber, two small white circles drying into the counter space, vanishing past the shadow of the closed doorway. The massive hollow canyon expands inside the rib cage, yet the low hum of the machine keeps a steady frequency. The low mechanical vibration of the cooling unit fills the vacant apartment line with a dark tone. No gentle fingertips wiping the bitter moisture away, only the stiff palms pressing hard against the rigid plaster wall. Thick condensation masking the small metal grid, leaving a tiny distorted blur on the dark mirror glass. The tight burning memory of that lost romance, sinking deep like a lead weight into the silent floorboards. Bitter thread biting the bare frozen timber, just small white circles drying into the counter space, vanishing past the shadow of the closed doorway. The massive hollow canyon expands inside the rib cage, yet the low hum of the machine keeps a steady frequency. Exposed shoulder, no turning back from the white, silent, empty avenue. The sweet, heavy injury of that fierce, dangerous love, slowly carving a clean, completely new mental skyline. Bitter thread biting the bare frozen timber, just small white circles drying in cage. Yet the low hum of the machine keeps a steady frequency. The early daylight strikes the small room, raw and hollow. The meat stuck to the frying pan again. I didn't notice until smoke started rising. If it were you, you'd have laughed and opened the window. I just stood there, staring blankly at the stove. I tried turning on the stove, but there was no one left to eat it. I'd forgotten. There's a mark where the plate and silverware touched. I wanted to wipe it away, but I couldn't. Your glass is still sitting in the basket next to the sink. I haven't moved it once since you left. It's not that I want to leave it there, but I just don't know where to put it. I thought it would happen in the middle of the night, those final words I couldn't bear to hear. But it came this morning when I reached for your plate. The meat stuck to the pan again. I didn't notice until smoke started rising. If it were you, you'd have laughed and opened the window. I just stood there, staring blankly at the stove. I guess sometimes when you miss someone so much, you end up forgetting everything else above my head. The ceiling fan kept spinning in the end. Dinner for one got burned. I bought the wrong kind of coffee, the kind you used to like. I'm not really a fan of it. I didn't notice the label until I got home. So now that I have no other choice, I'm drinking this. Someone dropped something heavy upstairs. A car door slammed shut on the street. For just a split second I thought that was the sound of you coming home. Oh wait, that can't be right. A strange flutter in my heart. Back in the day, even before you walked through the door, I knew exactly what kind of sound you'd make. Now at even the slightest sound from the hallway, I find myself unconsciously looking up again. The meat stuck to the frying pan again. I didn't notice until smoke started rising. If it were you, you'd have laughed and opened the window. I just stood there, staring blankly at the stove. It's strange how when you're so absorbed in missing someone, your heart forgets things above me. The ceiling fan kept spinning and my dinner, just for one, ended up burning. I finally finished your coffee. It was a little too bitter from the very first sip, so I washed the cup in the sink and put it back in its place with the rest of the dishes. My heart is still stuck to you. There's a mark I just can't seem to scrape off. Now when I cook, I turn on the range hood before the smoke fills the whole room. It's a strange thing what the heart remembers. It's also a strange thing to learn how to let go. The ceiling fan keeps spinning. I've gotten used to cooking just enough for one person. Now I turn off the gas burner before it sticks. I make sure to open the window too, so tomorrow's breeze can come in. Translated with Depot.com. Free version. Memories spread across the dark mat. Water droplets trickling down the wall. The room is deathly quiet, yet through it all, my heartbeat never stops. White marks seared into the edge of the dark cloth, the color of spilled coffee on the floor. There's nothing left to say in this room, only the shadows I couldn't wash away remain. The scent of perfume still lingers. Your scent clings to the woven fabric. Amid the silence, the fan keeps spinning. as if nothing ever happened here. Something left over from that last conversation seems to be trapped inside the vent. The image of us when we parted ways emerges in outline with every breath I take. Memories spread across the dark night, water droplets trickling down the wall. The room is deathly quiet, as if the room remembers everything. A hollow image in the crevice deep within my chest, spreading even further than last night. My pulse beats slowly, steadily, time whose purpose I cannot fathom. The fan's low, faint hum echoes across the empty kitchen. There's no warm hand to fill the gaps in my heart, only my hand trembling quietly. A blurred reflection in the mirror, dawn approaches around the frame. Our figures are barely visible there. A shimmering mirage carries the two of us away. Something left over from that last conversation seems to be trapped inside the vent. The image of us when we parted fades away, little by little, with every breath. Memories spread out on the dark mat, water droplets trickling down the wall. The room is deathly quiet, as if the room remembers everything. In the hollow space deep within my chest, devoid of images, spreading even further than last night. My pulse beats slowly, steadily, time whose purpose I cannot fathom. The morning brings no revelation, even in the light there is no clear resolution. The room simply becomes more ordinary, little by little, one by one, starting with the small things. Memories spread across a dark mat, water droplets trickling down the wall. The room is deathly quiet, as if none of it ever happened. Empty images in the crevices deep within my chest, spreading even further than last night. My heartbeat ticks slowly, steadily, but I am here. A little sunlight streams into this small room now. Nothing is decided, but nothing has disappeared. I just have to move forward from here. Translated with deepl.com. The lemon slices you bring me are always too thick, and you drop them into my drink. I took just one sip, it was so sour I grimaced. You laughed and said, it's for your health. 2 ring marks remained on the counter, and we kept talking until the ice melted. I don't remember what we talked about, but I do remember that we stayed too long. There was something I should have noticed, something you were almost trying to tell me, but I got distracted by trivial things and missed what really mattered. Sweet and sour, a little bitter, yes, that's exactly how my memories are. Your drink right next to mine, 2 glasses, sweet and sour, a little bitter, a little sharp, a little gentle. It's strange how just a tiny taste can bring back memories of that whole night. I accidentally picked up the one with sugar in it. I didn't even bother to switch it back. You said it's pretty sour today. Then you smiled as if something had come to mind. Later when we were standing by the door with your coat half on, you were silent. You said yeah and just walked away. You weren't really okay, were you? It wasn't about the drink. That brief reply I've mulled it over in my head countless times. There must have been more to it than met the eye, but you never let it show. Sweet and sour, a little bitter. Yes, that's how my memory is. You drink sitting next to mine, 2 glasses, sweet and sour, a little bitter, a little sharp, a little gentle. It's strange how such a subtle taste can bring back memories of that one night. After you were gone at a different cafe, I tried putting a lemon in my glass all by myself. For a moment I was transported back to that feeling, but that sensation was as faint as this lemon. I couldn't finish that drink. I didn't need to drink it all the way to the bottom. Even if I drained a glass, you wouldn't say a word. So I just sat there staring out the window. Maybe memories have a taste, no wait, maybe not. Maybe a lemon just tastes like a lemon. Still I remember those thick slices of lemon, sweet and sour and bitter. I remember things haven't gotten any better than they were back then. But just because it's over doesn't mean things have gotten worse. Sweet and sour and bittersweet, somewhere in between, on the kitchen counter where 2 glasses once stood. Now I slice the lemon thinly, that's enough. Around 11 o'clock I put the kettle on the stove. You asked, do you have any tea? The usual, I said. And you nodded without even looking at me. I poured 2 cups and brought them over to you. Your cup was placed right next to mine. You wrapped both hands around the cup's handle, but you didn't drink it right away. You began, I've been thinking about this for a while. At that point I already knew where the conversation was headed. Still I asked what you meant. I just wanted you to say it one more time. You talked about the past few months. I stared at the steam rising from your cup. At some point the steam had disappeared. Neither of us had touched our tea much. You asked me what I thought. I replied, I don't know. Then we both fell silent, and more time passed. A cold mug, there's no warmth left. Staring at your mug across from me, I wonder if it's over. A cold mug, neither of us noticed when it happened. You said you didn't want to hurt me, but neither did I. Then for some reason the conversation turned to the key and the book I'd left by the bed. What about the blue mug, you asked. I said it's yours, so you should take it. Once you left it behind, I guess neither of us knew what else to say. You glanced at your watch, quite a bit of time has passed already. As if you were meeting someone afterward, as if you had an appointment. A cold cup, there's no warmth left in it. Staring at your cup across the room, I wonder if it's really over. Neither of us has touched the tea. It's been sitting there all this time. You said, I'm sorry it turned out like this. I replied, yeah, me too. You stood up and put on your coat, then realized you'd forgotten your phone. I handed it to you at the front door. You said thanks while checking your next appointment. Your hand was resting on the doorknob. I thought you might turn around and say something, but you just told me to lock the door. After the door closed, I returned to the table alone. The 2 cups were still there. First I touched your cup, the cup you left behind. It was completely cold. The cups have gone cold. There's nothing left in them. 2 cups sitting on the table, the empty seat across from me. I picked up your cup from the table. I carried both of them to the sink, wrapped them neatly in paper, and set them down gently. Is that it? I sat down again. You were always so good at peeling oranges. You'd peel away the white pith just right, slice by slice. Watching you do that, I was often impressed. I thought, that's real talent. You'd hold up an irregularly shaped slice of orange and say, this one's fine for me. Then you'd place that slightly crooked slice on the plate. You know I'm not very good at peeling my own oranges. I can't get the flesh to peel off just right. You'd say, just give up, I'll do it. I'd laugh and say, yeah, I did try. Those were simple everyday moments, but those simple everyday moments are gone now. We've lost the ability to accept even the smallest differences. I wonder why it turned out this way. For months I hadn't even thought about that fight we had back then. I had no reason to think about it. Last Friday I bought an orange, brought it home for myself, and suddenly remembered it. Those little differences, if only we'd handle things better with each other. Just like with the orange, I managed with the orange, but on that one thing I just couldn't back down. Looking back now, it was such a small thing. The words I'd spoken were echoing in my head. Looking back on what I'd done, I suddenly snapped back to reality. With an orange, it doesn't matter how you peel it. I don't think twice about it. This time I wasn't thinking at all. It all welled up in an instant, and I just let it all out. I didn't even have the time to explain what was happening or what was going on with me. By the time I came to my senses midway through, I'd bolted out the front door and was just standing there. I closed the door, walked for a while, thought of you, but there was nothing I could do. Just a small difference, if only we'd handle things better. Like an orange, I matched with the orange, but on that one thing I just couldn't back down. Looking back now, it was such a small thing. The words I spoke are echoing in my head. Looking down on what I'd done, I suddenly came to my senses. A few days later I couldn't go back to you. This time I realized it from the very beginning, that it just wasn't going to work out anymore. Instead I realized my own weakness. I'd been relying solely on your voice saying it's okay. I should have been able to say it's okay too. I'm sure there are other things I haven't noticed yet. The way you fold towels, leaving the bathroom light on. putting all those little paper bags into a big one. There are all sorts of differences, aren't there? For some reason, I just couldn't forgive you back then. I don't really know why though. Those little differences, if only we'd handled things better. Like an orange, we managed the orange just fine. But on that one thing, I just couldn't back down. Looking back now, it was such a small thing. Isn't that okay? I wish I'd been able to say it, even though it was such a small thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You always used to hang your denim jacket on the hook next to the door. There's a reason we have a closet, I'd say, and you'd reply, I'm gonna wear it tomorrow anyway. When it got in the way, I'd sometimes put it away myself. Then you'd ask, where did you put it? Even though it was obviously in the closet. That hook's been empty for 3 weeks now. I know there's nothing hanging there, but still when I come home carrying shopping bags, I find myself instinctively trying to step aside, as if your jacket were still in the way. Yesterday I realized it's become a habit. I just stood there holding the bags. I could've walked right past it, even though you're not there anymore. Not for weeks now. There's nothing left, not even deep in my heart or on that hook. It's just an empty space now. But I don't feel like you're gone, not yet, anyway. Right next to the door, nothing's hanging there, nothing's on the floor either, but I still feel you there. Your old denim jacket is there, and it feels like you're inside it. The other day I tried hanging my own coat there when I got home, thinking maybe it would change my mood a little. The morning I saw it for the first time, for just a split second I felt a little suffocated by the illusion that you were there. I reached into the pocket of my own coat because the sleeve felt just like yours, and feeling like a fool I just stood there frozen with one shoe still on, even though I was about to head out. This isn't your coat, this one I bought after you were gone. I ended up buying a coat that's so similar in color and shape. I'm such a fool, it was completely unconscious. Right next to the door, nothing is hanging there. There's nothing on the floor either, even so I can still feel you there. Your old denim jacket is there, and I feel like you're inside it. I almost ran late this morning because I couldn't find my keys. I searched the kitchen, I searched my pockets, even though they were in their usual spot. You used to be like that too, didn't you? You'd ask, where are my keys? They were usually in your coat pocket. I walked down the stairs thinking about that. I was kinda spaced out, like I was in a dream. A neighbor passed by and said hello. That's when I snapped back to reality. Right next to the door with nothing hanging on it, this hook is now where I hang my coat. There's no big lesson here, and I haven't come to any great realization. Sometimes my thoughts still circle around that time. Sometimes I still find myself remembering it. I got home late tonight, I hung my coat there. I took off my shoes, and that was it. stare to the frying pan again. I didn't notice until smoke started rising. If it were you, you'd have laughed and opened the window. I just stood there, staring blankly at the stove. I tried turning on the stove, but there was no one left to eat it. I'd forgotten. There's a mark where the plate and silverware touched. I wanted to wipe it away, but I couldn't. Your glass is still sitting in the basket next to the sink. I haven't moved it once since you left. It's not that I want to leave it there, but I just don't know where to put it. I thought it would happen in the middle of the night, those final words I couldn't bear to hear. But it came this morning when I reached for your plate. The meat stuck to the pan again. I didn't notice until smoke started rising. If it were you, you'd have laughed and opened the window. I just stood there, staring blankly at the stove. I guess sometimes when you miss someone so much, you end up forgetting everything else above my head. The ceiling fan kept spinning in the end. Dinner for one got burned. I bought the wrong kind of coffee, the kind you used to like. I'm not really a fan of it. I didn't notice the label until I got home. So now that I have no other choice, I'm drinking this. Someone dropped something heavy upstairs. A car door slammed shut on the street. For just a split second I thought that was the sound of you coming home. Oh wait, that can't be right. A strange flutter in my heart. Back in the day, even before you walked through the door, I knew exactly what kind of sound you'd make. Now at even the slightest sound from the hallway, I find myself unconsciously looking up again. The meat stuck to the frying pan again. I didn't notice until smoke started rising. If it were you, you'd have laughed and opened the window. I just stood there, staring blankly at the stove. It's strange how when you're so absorbed in missing someone, your heart forgets things above me. The ceiling fan kept spinning and my dinner, just for one, ended up burning. I finally finished your coffee. It was a little too bitter from the very first sip, so I washed the cup in the sink and put it back in its place with the rest of the dishes. My heart is still stuck to you. There's a mark I just can't seem to scrape off. Now when I cook, I turn on the range hood before the smoke fills the whole room. It's a strange thing what the heart remembers. It's also a strange thing to learn how to let go. The ceiling fan keeps spinning. I've gotten used to cooking just enough for one person. Now I turn off the gas burner before it sticks. I make sure to open the window too, so tomorrow's breeze can come in. Translated with people.com. Free version. My cracked heels hurt against the wooden floor. The fridge is humming down the hall. With every step I take, I'm reminded that you're not here. Still I keep walking through it all. It feels like fine cracks are forming in my dry skin. I press my bare feet against the freezing floor. The doormat remains fluffed up, and your shoes are still tucked away in the corner of the shoe cabinet. I cross the hallway without a thought and stop where you used to hang your coat. Now nothing moves except the curtains. The windowsill is deathly quiet. You left in such a hurry that silence spread as if a curtain had fallen. Every single one of those ordinary movements is playing out on my screen at this hour of dawn. There's nothing in the hallway, not even the last words I wanted to the door, in the space that once belonged to you. Those last few words still come back to me vividly, and then fade away in the darkness. What I thought would last forever has crumbled away. Even its echo, my cracked heels hurt on the wooden floor. The fridge is humming down the hall. With every step I take, I'm reminded you're not here. Still I keep walking through it all. An old bottle by the stove, bathed in the faint glow of a light bulb. I almost find myself brewing 2 cups of coffee, but then I realize I'm alone. Even though you're gone, the kitchen hasn't changed. Well, I guess that's just how it is. The same cup waiting in the cupboard, the same small shadow cast on the wall. Those last few words come back to me more faintly than before. Their outlines have softened, I don't know when that started. They no longer fill the whole room. My heels creaking on the wooden floor, the sound of the refrigerator coming from down the hall. Every step reminds me that you're not here. Still, I keep walking through it all. The morning comes, the kitchen is empty. It seems different, yet there's nothing new. Only the light on the table has grown a little brighter, and I've lost my reason to wait for you. Cracked heels pounding on the wooden floor. The refrigerator hums from beyond the hallway. Step by step it keeps telling me you were here, but I won't stop there anymore. Bare feet walking on the wooden floor. Morning waits beyond the door. One more step and then another world awaits. Translated with deepbill.com. I found a single strand of your hair in my scarf. It was deeply tangled in the gray wool near the edge. I gently pinched it between 2 fingers, and then I just stood there frozen. Somehow I lost sight of it. I told myself it's no big deal, but before I knew it, I was looking for that strand of hair. There are things we're supposed to throw away, but for some reason we just can't bring ourselves to do it. Even though I'd already put away everything you left behind, I found myself looking for you for 10 whole minutes. A single memory retangled in the wool. It's too small to mean anything, but I don't wanna pull it out. The past is the past, just a strand of hair, but I wrapped that scarf tightly around my neck and kept you with me. On Tuesday, I wrapped that scarf around my neck again. On the early morning train, walking through the rain to the same office as always. Come to think of it, did you get a haircut? You said you wanted one even on your last day. When I played with your hair, you said you were tired of that hairstyle. There are some things I can't ask, and there are answers I don't really need. Still, sometimes the smallest things bring back questions I thought I'd stopped asking. A single memory tangled in the wool, too small to mean anything, but I don't wanna pull it out. The past is the past, just dropped off somewhere on the train. It's probably somewhere by now where I'll never find it again. Just then the train I was taking pulled into the station. I had to step aside, so I wrapped the scarf around my neck again and stepped onto the train. A single memory gone from the wall, too small to go looking for, even if I wanted to. The past is the past, it was just a strand of hair. I wrapped that scarf around my neck. There was nothing there. I still wear it when it's cold. Sometimes I touch that spot. Not every time though.